নমস্কাৰ আপুনি চাই আছে মিডডে 18 মই জয়ন্ত মাধৱ গোস্বামী আজি দিল্লীত লাচিত দিৱসৰ 400 সংখ্যক জন্ম জয়ন্তী বিজ্ঞান ভৱনত চৰকাৰৰ উদ্যোগত লাচিত দিৱসৰ বৰ্ণাঢ্য আয়োজন আজিৰে পৰা 3 দিনীয়াকৈ বৰ্ণাঢ্য কাৰ্যসূচীৰে লাচিত দিৱস উদযাপন কৰা হৈছে য'ত প্ৰতিফলিত হৈছে অসমৰ 2000 বছৰীয়া ইতিহাস এই মুহূৰ্তত এই অনুষ্ঠানৰ শুভ উদ্বোধনী সম্পন্ন হৈছে উদ্বোধন কৰিছে কেন্দ্ৰীয় বিত্তমন্ত্ৰী নিৰ্মলা সীতাৰমণে আগবঢ়াম দিল্লীৰ পৰা পোনপটীয়া সম্প্ৰচাৰ
Assam and the Chief Minister of Assam to have invited me on the first day inaugurating a 3-day display, demonstration, discussion of this extraordinary story of Assam's history in New Delhi, the capital of India. And I understand this is probably the first time a comprehensive attempt is being made. There may have been times when somebody did speak about it or to pick up one or the other important features of Assam's history to speak from, say, New Delhi. And why is it important for New Delhi? Because as capital of India. But here I find, and I place on record my appreciation for the efforts of Government of Assam to showcase rightly, comprehensively what actually has happened and what has been recorded and what has been achieved over the centuries by the brave people of Assam. And this not just by recalling, and very rightly recalling, the achievements of one of the chief commander-in-chief of the Ahom dynasty, but also in this, guys, getting very many things displayed as I saw there, and absolute appreciation, and also the fact that the records are being laid before the people to see it. And even before I start talking a few of them, or about a few which are being displayed here, I would strongly urge the government of Assam to make sure this display which is here before us today is taken to the different parts of the country, to different universities, where students assemble, young Indians assemble, for them to know what remarkable contribution Assam and its people have made for the motherland. And that is what is going to motivate, inspire, and encourage young Indians to know more about India. In 70 years, we've not had a fair share of history for those who deserve to be mentioned, top of the agenda, top of the books, top of the indexes, and top of the chapters of what kind of contribution, what kind of remarkable intelligence, remarkable strategic experiences these people have had. The Ahom kings have been extraordinary in making sure that Assam and its neighborhoods are kept safe from invasions. It's not easy to be from 13th century till about the 18th century, to be holding forth and repelling 17 attempts at invasions into Assam. It's not just easy at all. We've read from different parts of India the various kings and soldiers and the warrior generals who have kept in their regions very safe, sometimes very successfully and some other times not so successfully, unfortunately. But here is between 1228 or sometimes around that till about 1671 it has been absolutely kept safe. And after 1671, after that historic battle, a battle dominated by the navies, a flotilla of more than 40 ships coming into the Brahmaputra trying to ingress into Assam, and more than 60,000 soldiers. And how did the Ahom soldiers and the commander-in-chief last really making you proud And this is the kind of history which Indians should know. I would think it is important, therefore, even if it means a bit of a cost, and I would probably urge the Ministry of Culture also to join hands with the government of Assam to please take this all around the country. We should know strategist, leader, warrior, soldier, and above all, a patriot, a total patriot who knew how he had to give his best to protect his land. So I today, on the occasion of the 400th birth anniversary, which is tomorrow, pay my humble respects and feel very motivated and inspired by this great patriot, Lasit Borphukan. My respects to him. I just would like to add a few more words about the exhibition. I'm extremely impressed by the culture in Assam to keep recorded history, not just yesterday, last year, last century, but over the centuries, the way in which in different modes, in different materials, history has got engraved, whether it is copper plates or tree barks, or in various different ways, using natural stencils, tools, the history has been maintained. It immediately rang a bell to me in the sense of, in India, there are several parts which have a similar sense of history, wanting to preserve history. For Jammu and Kashmir, if Raja Tarangini were not to be before us, we wouldn't know much about it at all. So beautifully was kingdom after kings, kings after kings, and several dynasties have been beautifully recorded in the Raja Tarangini. We find here various ways in which the history has been recorded in such detail. And you have an expression also for it, Buridji. So it is so ingrained into the part of the language and also the culture. That is one remarkable thing which came to my mind, which I think is worth showcasing. One other thing which was very impressive for me, and I certainly will keep with interest following it up with the government of Assam, is about the Maidam. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, the Maidams. It immediately invoked the thought of the Egyptian pyramids to me, where they kept their royal family well encased inside. And the idea of the universe gets reflected in that. Was so, is so in Egypt, and is so today, I understand, from what has been displayed. The octagonal shape is your perspective of how the universe is, and you enshrine the kings into those structures in an octagonal periphery, but within that a mound which has been raised, and within which every item of what was used by these royalties have been so well kept and preserved. And it's a sad story, of course, that even they, during the wars, have got plundered, some of them. I hope that the government of Assam, as was mentioned by the Honorable Chief Minister, would pursue to preserve and protect the rest of the maidams and ensure that they are showcased as well. And those things which have been kept inside are such wonderful pieces of history and the kind of quality of things which have been used by those royalties. I'm extremely happy that this effort has been made by the government of Assam. And one other point which came out from the presentation of the Honorable Chief Minister just a few minutes ago here is because of the way in which the Ahom dynasty has preserved Assam, it has also served as a wonderful threshold, and a threshold which protected the entire Southeast Asia from ruthless invasions. And when Honorable Prime Minister Modi talks about Northeast being the gateway, Assam being the gateway to the entire Southeast Asia, not just for trade, not just for commerce, Now we understand, even for strategic purposes and for the economy. I'm sure that in the tradition of the Assam kings, people of Assam even today will ensure that the economy of Assam gets strengthened, because the threshold should be strong for both economic strength and also for strategic strengths. So I'm very grateful that the government of Assam, the Chief Minister in particular, has given me this opportunity to be here, for me to be here, for me to share my thoughts with you. This is a splendid attempt at showcasing not so well remembered Northeast India, because these are important stories to be told for our memory and also for the future generations. Very well done, and thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. We are obliged to Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Government of India, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, for being extremely considerate in taking out time from her busy schedule to grace today's event. We'd also like to thank Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Chief Secretary, Government of Assam, Shri Pawan Kumar Borthakur, invited dignitaries and all guests for being a part of this event. We would also like to express our gratitude to the members of the media and all those who have worked tirelessly to make this event a grand success. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a short while, we will have the panel discussion. I'd request honorable guests on the dais to kindly take their seats with the audience. In just a short while, we'll be starting off with the panel discussion.
এক বৰ্ণাঢ্য অনুষ্ঠানৰ আয়োজন কৰা হৈছে আৰু এই অনুষ্ঠানৰ উদ্বোধনী শুভ উদ্বোধনী কৰিলে কেন্দ্ৰীয় বিত্ত মন্ত্ৰী নিৰ্মলা সীতাৰমণে।